Hi Jane, it's Ryan from King Marketing Partners. Appreciate you reaching out and asking for this, for the tips and tricks for your website, what we can do to help you get ranking. More and more for insurance and Anderson and auto insurance and different pieces like that. I did do a little bit of research on the keywords for Anderson, and actually, interesting enough, auto insurance is the most searched for when you look for the localized Anderson. So I'm going to use that as the example as I'm looking at some of the search results. But before we do that, let's just focus on your site currently. This is only going to be about 4 or 5 minutes. I'm going to try to make it quick. Your time is valuable. I don't want to overwhelm you, but I also just want to show you some of the things that you can do pretty readily to start your march up in the rankings. So first thing, number one, you have a very nice, clean site. Got all your information that you need as far as how to contact you, the different types of insurance you guys provide. So that's great. And actually looking at it on mobile, kind of emulating what a mobile looks like, looks really good actually. So that's impressive. So that's one thing I wouldn't have you focus on, obviously. But a few things right off the bat. I was taking a look. There's such thing as H1 tag. I'm going to try not to get too techie on you, but there's such thing as H1 tag. And Google looks at the H1 tag to say, hey, this is one thing, or this is their focus of this page. Currently, that H1 tag is up here, and it's the name of your business. Google really, when you're trying to focus on ranking, you really want to make that keyword rich. So in this case, we'd probably look to move this somewhere. Like if you would want to find a different theme or something like that, where you could move where this. Wow, sorry about that. Let me go back. Where this H1 is, like maybe right here, and it would say like insurance, Anderson, Indiana, or say you would have another page, which I'll get into here in a second, for your auto insurance. It would say auto insurance, Anderson, Indiana. So then when you click through, that's just one piece that Google looks, and that's actually a really important piece Google looks for. Usability for a customer coming to your page and wanting to get a hold of you. It's been proven that high converting websites and web pages have they have a form submission over here on the right side that makes it very easy for a user to submit, and they have your phone number. I would recommend maybe placing it here next to learn more, or even having your phone number here at the top left, kind of highlighted in image form. And actually that phone number being clickable will help convert customers coming to your website quickly. And I actually recommend that to be on every one of your pages that you have. Next thing I would recommend is content. Google looks for between 1,000 and 1,500 words on a home page to be really a minimal. And it's minimal, but it's also what I would shoot for. I'd shoot for closer to 1,500 words. You guys do a lot. You sell a lot of different packages of insurance, and so I would recommend content on your homepage about 12 to 1,500 words. The other thing is each one of these, auto, farm, I would say each one of these should be their own page and link to from your homepage to the services page, or types of insurance up here as one of the nav items. And then each one of those pages would have about 500 words. That's the structure of a site that Google likes, and for each one of those then you can start ranking for life insurance, group health, home insurance, Anderson, Indiana, and then of course any other locations you would like to target, but that would be down the road as you grow this site. But really utilize the pieces of content that you already have at your fingertips that you can expand on. And so each one of these would be their own page underneath like health insurance or insurance types or anything like that. So that'd be huge. That would get you ranking significantly better in these areas with just that change alone. Content will get you huge results. The other couple more things real quick. I just looked up auto insurance Anderson, Indiana. I wanted to see the rankings. You rank 53rd for this. And when looking at the results, we'll just use Howard Webb, for instance. Their site looks like they got a moderate amount. So it looks like they use insurance and they have their different types listed here. And then each one of these, let's see what content looks like. That looks about 250 words maybe. Wow, okay, I was off. 403. So that's pretty good. That's what I would recommend for your service pages to look like that. Let's go back home and look at what they have at home. They have a COVID update and not too much more content here. Say about 775 words. So looking at their site and the statistics that Google kind of uses, very beatable. I mean, some of these scores are very low. So really, I think content is holding you back. So if we can get that content done, whether you write it yourself or you farm that out to somebody, like an assistant of your own or one of your employees, that would be excellent. And the next thing, real quick, this is kind of like the tag on to everything. If we go back here, actually, I already did it right here. So right here, when you look, this top portion is called the map pack in the SEO world. So this is the order that'll show up when you do a search on Google Maps from your phone too. If you were to type in auto insurance Anderson, Indiana, these are the top 3 that would show up. But if you expand it, you have a full list here, and then you have a page 2. You guys are located in the middle of page 2, if I recall. Where are you? Yeah. So here you guys are. If you look at the first page, this map pack, especially the number 1, is as important, if not more important, than getting number 1 on these search results. These are called the organic search results, and these are the maps. These show up when you're searching for something location-based, which we are. In this case, your customers are as well. They're looking for an insurance provider, auto insurance, and in Anderson. So this is just as important, if not more important, to get to the top of. I would recommend, and one method of doing that is optimizing your listing. Real quick, I noticed a couple things. One big thing, if we go back to Peck Wood, Google loves images and interactivity on your business listing. I noticed you just have the one, and then this one's generated from Google Maps. So you have these 2 images, and that's basically it. I would recommend at least having 10 plus images on here as a foundation. You know, that's like a starting point. If we let me go back, it's kind of bugging out. I'm running really long here, so I'm gonna cut this off. But point being, there's a few tips. What I would start with would be the content, changing those H1 tags. So maybe changing your theme, or even if you did say insurance Anderson, Indiana, or insurance agency Anderson, Indiana up here, but it looks a little better. Let me show you an example here. I have a concrete site here in Anderson that's set up to be, it's called a lead generation site, that's set up to be very very optimized. It's number 1 in Google if you type in concrete contractor, Anderson, Indiana, and a bunch of other keywords. It's ranked first, #1 for. But as you can see, like, oh, this is the Noblesville page, which actually I'm on first page for Noblesville, which is cool. So this is basically telling the user and Google that, hey, this page, this site is all about being a concrete contractor in Anderson, Indiana. That's what my business is. So it just kind of shows you an example. I think I've rambled a little bit. I apologize for that, but ultimately I just wanted to give you some of these tips. Many of these you could implement really right away to start seeing your march up. I would use the auto insurance Anderson, Indiana keywords as your kind of your test. Currently you're 53rd. Obviously you start making some of these changes over a period of a couple weeks, you'll start seeing your improvement, I would say, right away with that. So wow, I've went way over, but thanks for bearing with me, Jane. I hope you guys have had a good Easter today, and yeah, let me know what you think of this video. I'd love to hear back from you. Bye.